So we have choice, but if we don't think we have choice, I can see how we think we're bound to people. I can see how we think that, oh, you had this intimate experience or you shared this conversation and now you're stuck. I don't think that, and I think Rainer brought up trauma bonding, or you get together with someone based off of a common bond or of a trauma that you might have shared together, and now you think you can't be without that person or be separate from that person, and that's not true either. Of course you can be separate from that person if you choose to. The moment you choose to live a certain way, you'll find that people will not necessarily be around anymore, and you're not tied to them. It's a choice. During this week of me just trying to figure it out, I thought about all the people that I've known in my life who were there for different times, different seasons, and they're no longer there. Do I feel bound to them? No, I don't. Do I feel tied to them? No. If I were to see them now, what would the feelings be? I'd probably be happy to see them just because I think that's fascinating, right? But I don't feel that'd be my feeling. Probably just happy to see them. Hey, that's kind of cool. And you would just move on from there. And that's the other thing. It's like, I think that soul ties, when people think about it, they think about being tied to someone in a way that it is miserable. It's a miserable feeling. But we're always connecting with each other. Anytime you share energy or share space with someone, you're always connecting with them. And it doesn't matter in what situation. If you walk by a homeless person on the street and just have a moment of compassion, you've connected with that homeless person. Does that mean that now you're going to be homeless or what? No, you choose that kind of connection. If you chose to have compassion for them, that's the connection. You have compassion for another human being. You're not bound. You're not tied in. It's also about really you deciding how you want to think about those relationships. So let's say kind of the real thing. What are people really talking about? I mean, I've been talking about grocery stores. I've been talking about all this fun stuff. I've been doing that on purpose, really benign connections. But let's talk about that person. I'm gonna go deep. The first love of your life, the one that you fell super, super, super hard for. You love the smell of their armpits. You loved the way their morning breath smelled in the morning. You would pick the boogers out their nose if they asked you. You know what I mean? You guys used to pick earwax out of each other's ears, pop pimples, all of that level of intimacy. If they ask you like, hey, I can't wipe my butt today, you'd wipe it and it would be no freaking big deal. It's just a part of your day. Who cares? You know what I mean? The kind of bond where you're taking a shower, they're taking a dump, and you're just having a regular conversation. That kind of thing. And then that relationship. And that relationship. I want to go deep. Larisha's like, I don't know about that. I'm trying to go deep here. I'm trying to go deep in the paint. I want that one. That's the one. And then it doesn't work out. Okay? Then maybe that person cheats, you know what I mean? They break your heart. Maybe they ghost you. All of a sudden, this beautiful bond that you thought you had, that it seemed to be real, and all of a sudden it's gone. And that pain of that separation, now you feel tied to them, right? And now when you go out there in the world and you're trying to make it and you're trying to look at other people and you're trying to, see someone else, it's hard for you because you feel at this point, I'm tied to this person. I can't see anyone else, It's hard for you to date. It's hard for you to make meaningful connections. It's hard for you to open up your world to love someone else, maybe see someone else in a different way because you know how close and bonded you really were. And you're like, I could read their thoughts. They could read my thought, that kind of connection. Okay. And I understand that connection. I've had that connection. Now, I don't know about, I'm not down for you taking a dump while I'm taking a shower, but I've seen someone try. Now I'm hopping out of that shower and I'm offended, but I'm just saying I've seen that. But you know what I mean? That deep kind of connection.